Bird season is here, guys. The only question is, do we want the 12 gauge or the 20? So I'm only going to make this disclaimer once. I know a lot of you guys don't hunt, don't follow hunting, but hunting enables us to get out into the places that we don't get the rest of the year. So we're going to see new country. It allows us to go further on trips, check out country we don't normally go into, and areas that have been left alone for 8-9 months. Nobody goes in there, as I showed you this summer, because there's no reason to go in there, right? Unless people are going 60 kilometers out of town hunting, they don't go to these areas. So if we are looking for Bigfoot, we can easily grab a bird gun and do our search out there and look for cool things and new territory we haven't covered. So I am a hunter. I've been raised that way. We eat everything we catch, either fishing, hunting, whatever. It's just a fact of life up here, and I won't apologize for it. So it is part of this channel. You guys will see the full deer season this year. Last year we did a 14-part series, I think. Every day I chronicled the journey, and we didn't even see a friggin' deer. I saw one deer last year. It was a terrible year up here, and I'm kind of anxious to see what's going on. I'm getting lots of deer on the trail camera out at Dad's, but we will chronicle that this year as well. So it's all part of living in Northern Ontario. So that's all I have to say, and I will not apologize. Come join me. Let's go on a Bigfoot / bird hunting adventure. So when we're out carrying guns and stuff in the bush, we do have to wear orange. So you're going to see me wearing orange in all these hunting videos. Also, I can only carry so much stuff, so we're going to be limited to the phone. I tried to bring a little point and shoot camera this morning. I've got 2 of them. I haven't used them in months. And of course, the batteries were dead. So we've got phone only today. Gage wasn't too excited about that, but we're going to make do. So let's get on the road. All right, we need to make a pit stop this morning. We've got the family farm out here. My brother and I are the 5th generation, and we've recently just taken over this property. My dad is in the process of getting it split and passed on to us. We're going to be the next generation of guardians. So Grant and I are each getting 78 acres. And unfortunately, my half has 2 houses on it that were put on there in the 1920s. A guy built on the wrong side of the road, and he lived there for 5 years before my great-great-grandfather took him to court, and he was granted squatter's rights. So they just severed 2 acres from our property. Basically, he had to pay my grandfather for it, and that was his. So, but the new person that lives there, we've had problems with, trespassing, poaching, took a dozen deer in one season, and he got caught and charged for all of that. So there's the house that was built in the early 90s. The old farmstead was back further in there. Grant and Robin are living there now. They've moved home just in the last week here. So this first 78 acres is Grant's. And then I get the next 78 that goes down to the next road, and it goes back quite a ways. So Gage and I are going to take a little walk here this morning to start. There are lots of birds here, but I also want to check it for signs of this neighbor that we've had problems with. So this guy is very ballsy. He's been caught and charged, you know, took a dozen deer off of here in one season, admitted to poaching, and, you know, he did his time. However, he's already been back on the property. I showed you guys before, he put in a ski trail right down the backside of my property, which he was told before to not use those trails anymore. He's just disrespectful. And sadly, this guy, he doesn't care. There's a 100% chance that we're going to get him at some point or another. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because the rules don't apply to this guy. That's just the way he thinks. He actually worked for the ministry, and he thinks he's above the law.
What are you doing on my property?
Look who shows up. It's old man Reed.
I didn't know who that was, and I thought maybe those other people.
No, good to see you. I was just saying I was going to go in here and take a look, and there's no doubt we'll see this guy in here again at some point.
I realized after the fact I wasn't thinking you, black truck, and then I thought, oh, it's Gary.
All right, let's go. So you can see the maples are just starting to turn color here now. A few little patches up there, but still mostly green. So if you've watched my channel for a while, you know I've kind of been coming out here the last 4 or 5 years and checking on it, and pretty much already been the guardian of this place, even though it wasn't in my name. But we're in the process right now of actually putting half in Grant's name, half in mine. Oh, buddy, really? Lots of deer on this property, bear, partridge, moose, big swamps back at the end of the property. Always lots of moose in there. So, I mean, it's a fantastic plot of land. See those boards going up that hemlock over there? Those have been there since I was a kid. My great uncle or somebody was up there hunting deer at some point or another. Bush is so quiet right now. Oh, look at this log. If there isn't a photograph here, look at that. That looks like fall right there, guys. I consider that polluting. Plastic all over my property. There's another one down here. 2 actually on this tree down here. 3. 2 there, 1 there. Another one up here. That's an old one that I didn't get from before. So this is what I mean by ignorant, okay, and not smart. These flags go right back to his house. He has a trail that comes from his house and onto this four-wheeler trail, and the flags go right to his house. He's not smart. He was charged, you know, with trespassing, with hunting, told never to go on here again. And this every 2-3 years, this is what happens, right? He remarks the trails. I come in, pull the flags down. He remarks them. I've got people on trail camera, and it's going to stop. So all I can say is we're going to crack down. If we have to do a hidden op, 15 trail cameras out here, and it's going to stop. No more. So this guy worked for the ministry, so I have to summarize it. He's familiar with the bush. These are clear-cut four-wheeler trails. You can't get lost on them. He marks these trails for his wife to come in here and ski. And that's going to be his downfall, because they go right from his yard. I mean, she's that scared of the bush that they go 20 yards off of his trail from his yard right here. And then every 15 feet, there's another marker down through right across our property. So I know I kind of sound vindictive a little bit, but you know what? This is... when a guy takes a dozen deer off your property, gets caught, pays his fine, you think, okay, great, he's learned his lesson. But then when he comes back repeatedly year after year after year, you realize he doesn't care. There is no conscience of yours versus mine. It's all his to him. He can use, he can shoot, he can kill, he can do whatever he wants on here. And that's not right. This isn't his property. It's not his property for recreational skiing either, you know, and that upsets me that he just doesn't take the hint. And I don't know what you do with people like that other than charge them again and again and again, right? There is no neighborly finish to this. You know, you were caught and you continue to do it. So it's prosecute to the maximum of the law. That's what it's going to be. And he actually cut this trail right here. That goes up there 500 yards to his property. This is all my property. And about 10 years ago, he came in here and cut all of this, cut his own trail. So that's how ballsy this guy is. Like, these make me angry. It's nothing but garbage on my property. Now they're every 15 feet apart, you know? His house is just up here a couple hundred yards. Guess where the flag line ends? Right at the trail going to his house. Mother's ship is heading over, I guess. So no fresh boot prints in here. And, oh, there's a pile of moose crap right there. Only one four-wheeler track, and I'm not sure, that could have been my dad. I don't know. I will confirm with him. But we're going to leave this property for now, and I may or may not be putting up 24 trail cameras. That'll be for somebody to find out. You know, you and your hunting dog are in sync when you stop to pee on the tree here, and he pees on the tree beside you, so we're in sync. We just put 2 partridge up right here on the trail. See if Gage can tree them for me. Oh, there it goes. Right there, treat them. Good boy. First one of the season. Good job, buddy. Good job. There's what we're after, guys. Fresh partridge breast. First one of the season. Are you guys partridge hunters? I know Class V is. He's always telling me, go out and do some more bird videos for us. So this one's for him today. I always give my hunting dog the heart, right? So when I get a bird, he's still working on bringing it back. So, I mean, he's only 3. But when he does bring it back and I clean it, I give him a little treat to say, hey, you get a reward when you bring it back to me. So what do you guys do for you hunters out there? What do you do with your dogs? The other thing is make sure you always pick up your shell casings too, guys. Take that home and recycle it. You don't want to just throw them all here out in the forest. So there's 2 more birds here somewhere. I'll see if Gage and I can wrangle them up. Dude, you got feathers on your nose. You're not fooling anybody. What are you getting into? Come on, let's go. Come on, heel. Heel. He's learning. He's learning. 4 more birds just took off, so there's quite a few here. See if we can get another one. Oh, to have the energy of a 3-year-old. He's hunting now. He's looking. I told him, go find him. Find him. Good boy. Sadly, they went this way. September 16th, so there's a lot of underbrush still on, lots of green stuff low to the ground. So this is where you need a hunting dog because you can't see them 20 feet away. By the time you get a bead on one, the rest of them are getting flushed out. So when you have the dog, they just fly up into a tree quite often. So we're a good partnership, eh, Gage? Eh? Dad and I are standing here talking and a partridge is out there eating on the side of the driveway. It just ran across. I'm going to see if I can go get it. Hey! Driveway partridge. That's a nice big one. There we go. 2 turkey breasts. I'm going to go home and cook those up today, fresh as can be. I'm going to grab the trail cameras, the SD cards today, change the batteries while we're here. But I just wanted to show you guys, Dad has set up a little salt lick here at this end of the trail. Just something to keep the rain off the salt. And he's put a little block in there. That'll get the deer coming around down the trail, and there's another one at the other end of the trail too.